A federal civil rights lawsuit in Westport is now getting some national attention. The Urban Council announced its intention to file an amicus brief in support of a lawsuit, a $70 million federal lawsuit that alleges RICO violations and discrimination against black businesses in Westport. Black entrepreneurs are claiming good neighborhood agreements were also used to push black businesses out of Westport. No one knows Westport like Bill Nigro. He is a Westport businessman. He is joining us on KCMO Talk Radio 95.7 FM. And as always, we're streaming on the iHeart and the TuneIn apps. Bill, good morning. It's great to have you here. What's your reaction to this lawsuit, which continues to get local and now some national attention as well?
Well, Pete, thanks for having me. It's a total scam. I mean, these people are trying to shake Westport down for money for no reason at all. I mean, it's an issue between one landlord and one tenant. And, you know, the landlord did not want to sign a lease with the guy. It has nothing to do with the rest of our neighborhood. We don't talk about, you know, different bars and stuff at our neighborhood, you know, Westport meetings. And first of all, I want to say, too, I can't speak on behalf of the neighborhood because I'm not on the boards. I attend the board meetings, and we never talk about any place or any landlord taking a tenant and interfering with it. It's just nonsense. And I think that, you know, Gwen Grant and the Urban League and these groups got sold a bill of goods by the guy who, you know, wasn't accepted as a tenant, and he's gotten all them behind him like this is some big deal. $70 million. There's no bar in this country that could make that much money in its lifetime, much less suing us for that much money. And honestly, if I was the neighborhood, I'd be suing them for, you know, ruining our name. I mean, anyway,
well, I agree. The insinuation is that you got a bunch of racist bar owners and restaurant owners and business folks in Westport. And I mean, I would agree. I mean, a counter lawsuit's not the worst idea at all there, Bill Nigro. So what, you know, there was one insinuation that basically this individual who is leading this lawsuit changed the business model after the fact. What do you know about that?
Well, I just know the hearsay of it, but he put out some flyer to hire people, and he called it Ale House West. Well, the landlord got rid of Ale House because they had a lot of trouble with shootings and violence. And then for that guy to stick that out there that I'm opening a place by the same name, I mean, I have not talked to the landlord.
Yeah.
And I know him, and great guy. And he's been here in Westport as a landlord for at least 30 or more years, probably 40. And he lives in California. So, like I said, the guy that's, you know, got turned down went to everybody screaming and crying that he didn't get a fair shake. Well, if he had done a better job about presenting who he was and what he was going to do, maybe he might have gotten a lease. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But to accuse us all of racism, you know, the city in 2017 forced Westport to, by a contract, the only ones in the country, to hire civil rights monitors to watch us when we check for guns. And since 2017, and all the blacks that we hired, you know, to watch us, $1.5 million later, nobody saw anything. Reports to the city all this time. Nobody saw anything wrong. This is a scam on a grand scale. And when it gets to court, it'll all shake out that we didn't do anything. I mean, the guy didn't even have a signed lease. You know, and the Star reporter, Mr. Green called me to interview me about the whole thing. And I said, why don't you guys, you know, as an investigative reporter, why don't you do your job and go find out if they really had a signed lease like everybody claims? Because even in the file in the lawsuit, the lease they provided has no signature on it. I mean,
wow.
it's a scam. And I hate the fact that, the people that helped promote Westport told us, not to talk about it, this and that. Well, only one side of the story keeps coming out over and over.
Well, that's what I mean. I know they got to protect themselves. Bill Nigro is joining us on KCMO. I know they can't say too much with ongoing litigation, but, Westport's getting steamrolled right now because no one's got a backbone there in the business community to call this thing out like you are right now.
Well, that's exactly right. And they keep begging me, Bill, don't talk to the media. The guys at Kelly's get their panties in a binge every time I want to talk to the radio about or the media about it. And I know they're scared and that's okay. But, somebody sooner or later has to stand up and say this nonsense. These guys are promoting racism in this town where it does not exist. I've been here 49 years next month. And it's a sham. And I just can't believe that they're getting away with this much press. And the media, of course, loves it.
Yeah.
Because it's...
Well, listen, race works when it comes to, local and national news. It's sad to say, but it's true. And, you've got some of your fellow landlords and businesses down there who are just getting smoked and hoping the whole thing's going to go away and the tide's going to turn in their favor. And, boy, they're doing a terrible job of getting their side of the story out on this whole deal. And I know they're hoping to win in court, but in the meantime, they're getting steamrolled. So I'd like to hear some city leadership here speak up on behalf of Westport and have your guys' back, but I'm not convinced that's happening anytime soon because, these people can't go against Gwen Grant and some of these other people in town.
Yeah, I don't think the mayor will help us. And, even the mayor back when they brought up this no song playlist that they're one of the things they're hanging their hat on. And I want to comment about that. Westport plays 80% of the music in this neighborhood is by black artists.
How do you know that?
And go into any of the clubs late at night and listen to the songs. I mean, the majority of songs are by black artists here in Westport. Just walk around at nights late and listen. And we have the right to ban violent songs. It's just like when I had the Beaumont Club, 20 years ago, I banned songs by David Allan Coe because he used the N-word in them, and I didn't want that kind of country music playing at the Beaumont Club. But we have that right to do that, and for them to step in and go, and even the mayor chimed in, well, they can't have a no-song playlist. Well,
when was that again, the no-song playlist thing?
It first came out, 5 or 6 years ago, but
Okay.
It got brought up again in this lawsuit. And yesterday I walked down to listening to them, and they brought that up again. There's a no-song playlist. Yeah, there is. No violent songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's our policy in Westport. And the other thing they hang their hat on is the good neighbor agreement. Like, that has something to do with interfering with their lease. The good neighbor agreement is signed by all the bar owners down here because we agree to hold a higher standard of security in the neighborhood. And what it basically says is, we know you're going to secure inside your place, but we want you guys as bar owners to do a better job of securing the outside area of your places, because that's where most of the problems happen, are outside and not inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like signing the good neighbor agreement, but I signed it because it enhances the security of our neighborhood. It forces everybody to spend more money on security to keep us all safe. And that's all it does. It's not a race issue. It's a security issue.
Mm.
In our meetings at the CID, we never talk about somebody's tenants. All we talk about is security, cleanup, promoting our neighborhood, and what we can do working with the city to get things like our water drainage problem fixed that they're working on right now.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about, the whole race thing. And I'll tell you, two incredibly sharp black operators in this town. The guy that owns Harry's has owned it since the 90s. And a gal named Tamika that owns the mail center across the street is probably the sharpest retailer in Westport.
Well, can they speak up on your behalf, on behalf of Westport? I mean, that would, I think, go a long way, unless they're scared to death as well.
Well, I don't think they're just scared to death. They don't want to get involved so that they don't have, some of these groups, like the NAACP and the Urban League or anybody jumping down their throats about
well,
it.
that's what
Nobody
I mean.
wants it.
I know.
Nobody wants any of that.
I know. But, I mean, someone's got to put these hustlers in their place. Let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what they are, as hustlers.
Yeah.
And they're hustling this neighborhood for no good reason, and it'll come out in the end.
Well, I hope it does. I hope it does, Bill. Thank you for being here, my friend. I appreciate the time.
Well, thanks for having me on again. And here again, Jasper Mirabli and I want to get together with you. We're working on a neat project for Kansas City, and we want to talk to you about it.
Well, I'm game. I texted Jasper. You guys let me know. We'll find time in the new year.
Okay, sounds
all right,
great.
Good deal. Thanks so much. Bill Nigro is a businessman there in Westport, joining us on KCMO Talk Radio after this lawsuit continues to get traction, and there's a $70 million lawsuit alleging RICO violations and discrimination against black businesses in Westport. And the thing just stinks to high heaven. I mean, have a little bit of common sense and the thing just stinks.